Selena. I'm super excited to hear about this year's art festival and how it's all going to take place in our current environment.
Well, hi, everyone. I'm really excited to be here. I coordinate the Lake Oswego Festival of the Arts, which is a program of Lakewood Center for the Arts. So we're right here on State Street in Middlecrest. And as I speak, we are setting up for our festival that is, of course, this wonderful, very hot weekend, Saturday and Sunday. This year, the festival has pared down pretty dramatically due to COVID-19. Normally in the festival, we feature around 6 unique art exhibits, both at Lakewood Center and in George Rogers Park. So it's usually a 2-venue event. But this year, because of COVID, we decided we would just focus on Art in the Park, which is one of our large exhibits, but it's also an artist booth exhibit. So that means that every artist in this juried exhibit has their own 10 by 10 booth, and they are juried in, so they are fine artist or practicing crafts person. There are pretty rigorous jury standards for them, and we usually get over 300 applications. We have over 100 artists that were juried in this year, and that features over 18 different media. So when our artists apply, they apply within one media, meaning they are producing paintings, they are a metal sculptor, they are a weaver. So they are producing work that's within a specific media, and we do have 18 media, including musical instruments. So we get some very interesting submissions. This year, because of the heat, we have changed our hours a little within the last week or two. And thank you all for your patience as we try and find a good way of dealing with all this temperature change. We are starting at 7:30 both days of our festival. So 7:30 a.m. this Saturday and 7:30 a.m. on Sunday. And on Sunday, we are ending early at 1 p.m. So Saturday, we're going to try and make it till 6 p.m. if our artists feel and volunteers feel good about that. But on Sunday, we will end at 1 p.m. In the morning at 7:30, it seems like it will be beautiful. I was out on the park earlier today and it was just gorgeous. So when the weather is cooler, it's going to be a great time. And I wanted to show you a map of our park. So this is going to take place solely in George Rogers Park this year. To enter the venue, you're going to enter here on Green Street. Please know that Green Street is one way going west. So we recommend turning on Ladd or Wilbur and going down Furnace, and then there'll be parking all around the park. You'll enter right here. We have to have one entrance because we're still counting people into the venue. So just be aware of that due to COVID restrictions. But then we'll have over 100 artists spread out throughout this entire park. We won't have food or beverages available during this event. We will have a DJ, but no other live music. We have water filling stations, so please bring your water bottles when you come, and wear hats, wear sunscreen, come early and stay cool. But please come wander through all these wonderful artists because they're just spectacular. I wanted to show you a couple of our featured artists. Our primary featured artist is Francisco Bautista, and he and his family, he's actually a 4th generation weaver, and he and his wife are partners now, and they create these gorgeous tapestries, including the one you see here, which he was making specifically for Lake Oswego this year. It was in progress several months ago, and it should be on display this year. And I believe he's also bringing his loom, but his children are also weaving, and he does this with his wife. So it's just an amazing family heritage and beautiful, beautiful work. We also have Sandy Brown, who is one of our featured ceramics artists, and she has all sorts of very utilitarian but gorgeous ceramics to share with you, including this plate that you see there that has these mini serving dishes that accompany it. John Q is one of our photographers, and he does stunning photography all over China. He travels and takes these gorgeous images. So be sure to check those out when you're here as well. And then finally, Lessa Clayton is one of our featured painters who does a lot of paintings from this Pacific Northwest in particular. So she's not to be missed. Our team right now, this is our curator, Christopher St. John, and one of our key volunteers, Pat Chase, who helps us do all the logistics for this event this year. This is a picture from this morning, so they're out there as we speak, setting up for this and getting those artists in today. So all of our artists should be on site and set up before 5 p.m. today. So that's it for my my screen share, but I just want to say again, please join us starting Saturday at 7:30 a.m. We'd love to see you. I will be on the field and would love to see your smiling faces.
Thank you so much, Selena. As I mentioned before, the art festival is such a great part of Lake Oswego. We always enjoy going down and finding a new artist to support in one medium or another. What is capacity this year?
So capacity does not have to include our artists or volunteers, and we can have up to 100 or 800 visitors in the park at any one time.
Okay. Do you imagine it would ever be that full and there would be a postponement to get in, or does that seem like a high expectation number?
Well, at this point, I mean, we were very hopeful before the heat wave came. Let's put it that way. And we are prepared to count people and make sure that we are following COVID restrictions to the letter. But I think at this point, because of the heat wave and because of the change of hours, since we've extended the hours, I don't anticipate a line. If we do, we have a lot of space for that, fortunately, but I think you're going to be safe coming right in.
Great. That's fantastic. Does anybody else have any questions or comments for Selena? Yes, Anastasia.
Quick question. Will there be the buses that help people get to and from George Rogers Park?
No, unfortunately, this year because of COVID, we couldn't schedule those buses, so we don't have off-site parking or shuttles. We recommend you park at Lakewood Center or around Lakewood Center or around George Rogers Park.
And because there's nothing happening in the Lakewood Center, that's anticipated to be more free than it had been previously. Great. And then Tanmaya?
I just want to say Selena does such a fantastic job with this event. If you guys have never been, you absolutely need to go. I know it's going to be a little different this year, but it will be different and still amazing. So congratulations, Selena. I know that you do a lot of work to make this happen.
Thank you, Tanmaya. That's wonderful. Tanmaya is usually involved in our festival too. She coordinates our K-12 exhibits.
Awesome. And thanks, Tanmaya, for that work as well. Selena, boy, you are on top of it. Not only are you pivoting with the pandemic, then you had to deal with a temperature heat wave, and yet you've got a photo from this morning in your presentation for this morning's presentation.
Oh yeah, we're ready. I mean, this is kind of the nature of the work, but this heat wave has really thrown us for a loop. Fortunately, I mean, besides me, most of the people I work with are volunteers, and I cannot thank them enough. Normally, we have over 500 volunteers helping with this event, and this year that's pared down, but still, we have over 100 essential volunteers helping me every day almost. So I'm just so grateful for this community. And if you ever want to be involved in this event, please know we love involving local businesses. We love involving local art organizations or nonprofits. Any way you want to get involved, I'll work with you on it. And we always appreciate volunteer help.
Fantastic, Selena. It definitely speaks to the importance of this event within our community that you have so many volunteers willing to be there. Any last questions for Selena? Across my field, and I see no hands. So once again, Selena, thank you so very much for coming and being here today. I'm excited to hear that the festival's still going and look forward to trying to get down there early on Sunday. So thank you so much. And
thank you all. And I'm afraid I'm going to have to leave the meeting. I have to go talk with Parks and Rec, but I really appreciate being here. So thank you.
We understand. Thank you for being here. And with that, Liz, do you have some pertinent announcements for us?
I do have some pertinent announcements. I would like to have all of you help us welcome the new members and returning members we have from the last month and a half. And if you are in any of these establishments, just say thank you so much for being a member of the chamber and that you're a member too. We have Manzana's Rotisserie Grill rejoined. They've been gone for a year or so. Milestone Systems, Orange Theory Fitness, Evergreen Home Loans, Quench the Juice Company, and just a minute. Gabriella Roman, who I think you've met a couple times at networking. She's a notary public. Prevadere Analytics, and an organization called Better You Today. So we'll have more information about those businesses in the coming weeks and hope we may welcome them as Friday networking in the future. And wanted you to know that the Chamber of Commerce received life vests from the Willamette Valley River Keepers. We're going to do an event in the next, probably in a couple of weeks. We'll get an invitation out to you, but you can see that there are brand new life vests out there on the Willamette to keep people from drowning over the summer. And we encourage people to use the vests. And finally, the Guide to Lake Oswego is getting put together. If you have any display advertising needs, you can contact Shadia Newcomb. And that's what I have, Christopher. Thank you.
All right, Liz, thank you so very much. I appreciate that. And as promised, before we get to our small groups, I know we have a couple of newer guests today. So I'll start with Joyce. Joyce, would you like to unmute and tell us a little bit about yourself? And
hello, good morning. I'm Joyce Honda, and I'm the president of the Kiwanis Club of Lake Oswego. We chartered the club about 18 months ago. I'm a University of Washington graduate, retired certified public accountant.
awesome. Well, thank you so much for being here with us today, Joyce.
Thank you.
It's always nice to see new faces. And then Tom.
Thanks, Christopher. Yeah, my name is Tom Burke, and thank you so much for inviting me again. I'm a member of the Oregon City Chamber of Commerce with my business, Ledger's Bookkeeping. What we do is bring CPA advice and bookkeeping together to create a really fabulous product. No billable hours, month-to-month contracts, and you get a really, really good product that you can use for your business. So if you have questions about the PPP, the ERTC, or if you just want to talk some tax, some business, whatever, please hit me up. Love to just have conversations. Thank you so much.
Boy, do I ever love just talking to some tax. I mean, whenever I get a chance, I grab people, you want to go talk tax? Let's do it. So thank you so much, Tom. You will definitely be on my short list of people to talk tax with. It sounds like it's a streamlined product and no surprises, monthly billing. That all sounds great, Tom.
Thanks, Christopher. Appreciate it.
Absolutely. And before we split into our small groups, which Liz will whisk us away for, again, let's just ask Tanmaya to step right up and tell us again, you won first prize in what? Tanmaya? Well,
Oh, here, I'm trying to get my stuff back. I can find it. Well, a few things. So I won honorable mention in a prize in Georgia recently, and then first place in the San Diego Artist Guild Prize at the San Diego Art Museum. And that one was like out of, I guess they had 2,000 applicants and they picked 250 people, and then I won first in that. And then I'm in a show in LA right now at a gallery called Shockbox as well. So I'm a little busy.
nice. Well, being
Thank
busy
you.
is a good problem.
Oh,
to have.
and then the Bennett Prize. So that prize I'm a finalist in, and that prize will be traveling until July 2023 around the US. I am not, I asked them if they had any West Coast locations for it, and they said no. And I'm like, how is that valid that you're like not traveling really around the US? So it's going to mainly be on the East Coast. But if you guys happen to find yourself on the East Coast, check out my website. I'll probably end up showing the like exhibition schedule on there once I receive it.
Nice. Well, again, kudos to you for all of your success in your field. We're happy to have you and to help you toot your horn.
Thanks.
So with that, Liz, are you ready to whisk us away into some smaller groups?